coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Virgo might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for July 24 through the 31st, 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. Also, if it doesn't completely resonate with you, keep in mind this is a generalized reading for the entire sun sign of Virgo. But if you know your other planetary placements, you can listen to those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Virgo for the week of July 24th through the 31st, 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Virgo, July 24th through the 31st, 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Virgo, July 24th through the 31st, 2020? Okay, oops. Okay, and I'm going to do this one more time. Now I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks. Alright, and the card on the bottom of the deck is that 2 of Wands. Okay, so this tells me that, you know, perhaps it's time, if you're not already, to start planning ahead, thinking about the future, thinking about what it is exactly that you want in a relationship, out of life, period, where you see yourself in the next year or so. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, where it is you want to be and what it is you want to attract and draw into your life, okay? All right, now that is the overall energy for your reading. So as we go through your spread, I'm going to show you how that card is going to relate to the other cards that come up in your reading as well. Okay, now, and for those of you who are new here, I do 4 rows, and the first row has to do with you, what you may have been dealing with in the recent past, what's currently going on, and what is coming towards you. The second column is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart. This could be somebody you just met, but generally it's the person that you think of most, the one that's on your mind when you wake up in the morning, and that person you're thinking about when you fall asleep at night. Third column, obstacles, challenges, blockages, fears, anxieties, that type thing. And in the last row is the outcome. Now I'm putting out 2 cards in each of these rows, all right? Now I'm going to do this 2 more times, past, present, future, for a total of 3 times, total of 24 cards. That way, by the time we get to the end of the reading, we have a pretty good idea about what's going on, okay? All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands here. Now, this indicates to me, Virgo, this Queen of Pentacles is you right now. She represents the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And, you know, if you are feeling particularly calm, serene, into yourself, thinking about exactly, she's focused on this coin here, exactly what it is you want from your life, what you want from your future. You feel like, you know, everything is going to work out for you. There's this sense of peace and optimism that you're experiencing right now, okay? Now, when we get to your partners column, we have the 7 of Pentacles as well as the 8 of Cups. Now the 8 of Cups, it talks about walking away from a situation, looking for something more. even though where you may be could be satisfactory, there's always that sense of what can I do to make things better? Where could I go, work, live, visit, whatever, that might put me in a better situation? And this Seven of Pentacles is about, growing and nurturing. I don't see a person in your reading yet. So this is still pertaining to you, even though it's about what you want. It's about that planning. It's planning and planning. That's what I'm really getting from you. And I see that, when you are thinking about your future relationships, you've kind of made a promise to yourself that you're really going to focus on that relationship. Like this Queen of Pentacles here, you're really going to nurture and baby the foundation and that groundwork. Just like when they are tending to this little garden here and they go out every day and pull the little weeds away and just, nip it in the bud, basically, if you want to be Barney Fife about it. But just really, really baby the relationship and make sure that it gets off on the correct footage. All right, now in your obstacles and challenges, well, we have this King of Swords and we have the Page of Cups. Okay. King of Swords is telling me that you are pretty much in a no-nonsense type of mood. You're totally going to lead with your head over your heart. It's a typical Virgo thing to do, even though this is an air sign. You could very much have a lot of air in you, or you're taking on the qualities of this King of Swords so that you're eliminating like foolishness from your life. You know what you've been through before. You know you don't want that again. You are growing this little garden for your life, and you know what you want in it. You're one of the blockages, because this is your blockages, is this Page of Cups. It's being able to make yourself vulnerable and put yourself out there and be able to express love and sensitivity and emotion to other people. Take down that wall just a little bit. Make yourself vulnerable. Let people know that you are available by being a little more sensitive and compassionate when you're dealing with others. Don't be so quick to just, that you're in such, guard your heart type mode that you are quick to eliminate people from your life. All right, so we have the Lovers as well as the Seven of Cups. All right, everybody that knows me knows I don't like this card. I don't like the Seven of Swords either. But the Seven of Cups. Now, I love the Thoth deck. And if you happen to have it, I have it over here, but I don't want to have to like shuffle through till I finally find it. But if you look at that deck, okay, it looks like this is beautiful jewels and all kinds of pretty things, okay? And it looks like, oh, you just can't make up your mind and you can't decide. It's like actual debauchery, okay, in the Thoth deck. And it's sewage dripping from one cup to the next cup and overflowing into your life. It's about indulgence. It's about engaging too much. It's about partaking too much. You could find that while you're single, that you are, indulging in other people or other situations that you may not. It could have to do with self-pity. It could have to do with being depressed and just letting that overcome you. It could be like being a little hoe. Sorry, but having multiple partners that you're not really attached to spiritually or anything, and there's nothing wrong with that, except that you have to remember that whenever you are intimate with someone like that, you do retain parts of their like soul particles. You do build those soul ties, and after you. I'm an old person. I'm like turning 60 in another month or two. But if you, I remember the 70s and 80s and the whole free love thing and stuff like that. And it was just very common, and everybody did that, and there was just, nobody thought anything of it. 80s with, you know, AIDS and all these other diseases and stuff, so it kind of eliminated that. But if you pick up parts of other people and then later on you find out that they're not such a great person, you have to remember that it will actually begin to mesh with you. It will actually begin to just filter in with yourself, kind of like a mix. And you will become kind of muddled and yuck, okay? I'm not talking about diseases or anything here. That's a whole other story. But I'm talking about, you have to be careful that, you know, you don't bind yourself to a person that might have like a dirty, nasty soul, okay? You do have new love that's coming in for you. When you find this love, I'm sure that you would want to view this love as, I'm not talking about being virginal or anything like that, you know, everybody's adults here, but you know, you want to be able to recognize this person when they come into your life. And it feels like it's going to be somebody unexpected. It could be a different gender, it could be a different race, it could be a different culture, different country that they live in. But this person that's coming in is somebody unexpected and different, somebody that you never even probably considered that you would be dating. It's going to be, there's like a merging of differences here. It's going to be a very beautiful relationship that's coming up for you. All right. Now, in the next column, we're starting over on the little rose. Now we're in the middle column. And we have the Chariot as well as the Nine of Cups. Your partner, we have that Two of Swords and the Tower. In your obstacles and challenges, we have the Devil, and we have Temperance. Okay. In your outcome, we have the Knight of Cups and, sorry, the Ten of Wands. Like these two cards want to fall out as well, and that is the Six of, see, it's dropping again, Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm just going to set these over here to the side for a moment, and we'll get into those shortly. So yeah, you know, you're ready. You're open and available. You are ready for this new love to come into your life. At the same time, you feel like you have reservations. You kind of set in your ways. You know, when you look at this, you know, and I say this every time I read the Chariot card, these little sphinxes are sitting down. They're not running. They're not moving fast. You know, a lot of people read this card where it's like, you know, just out of control. You don't know which way to go, that kind of thing. Sometimes the best thing to do is to sit still for a minute, okay? Even though you may be very anxious to get this love on and get ready to, you know, move forward with your life and everything, sometimes it's better to take your time to savor it, actually. You know, you have that love, that new love that's coming up. That way, if you're not rushing, you're not going to miss that person. Basically, all I'm saying is, don't be so quick to indulge in multiple people, so that, you know, it's not just like next, that you overlook the potential of the person that is going to be your life partner. Okay? Take your time, slow down just a little bit, all right? All right, now in your partner's column, we have the Tower as well as the Two of Swords. Now, in your past, you've had relationships that abruptly ended. They hurt your feelings. It was something that was never meant to be. It shouldn't have probably taken place, although, you know, I'm sure you learned valuable life lessons and things from it. It has put you in a position where you are now able to discern right from wrong, or what you want, what you don't want, to be able to follow with your head over your heart and not to let your heart blindly lead you into things We can be distracted by beauty, by handsomeness, by, pretty shiny things in life, and they're maybe not always the best thing for us. Like I said, this new person coming in is going to be something unexpected, and it's going to be somebody that you never saw coming. You just, yeah. All right, now, obstacles and challenges. You have the Devil as well as the Temperance. Okay, let's look at these. All right, now the Devil is about, vices. And that's so funny. It's so funny because right now, just before I sat down to do the read, Seven with Brad Pitt and I think Morgan Freeman was on. That's all about the 7 deadly sins. Well, it's about that. And we all overindulge in something, drugs, alcohol, sex, food, whatever. It can also be about those codependent relationships. You've been there, you've done that, you have freed yourself from that, you now know what you want. You don't ever want to be back in this position again, okay? You don't want to be where you are constantly having to chase after somebody and make them, and then I guess that's what this card is that fell out. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you are the one that is doing all the giving, and at the same time, you feel as if you are the beggar, where you're constantly having to beg for a person's attention. And that's where those crazy dopamine cycles get factored in, okay? And you don't really, you don't want, you don't want to be bound to somebody because of chemical reactions in your brain. You want that true love. You don't want to feel as if you're with somebody and it's like a icky codependent situation that's coming up. The Temperance card tells me that it's you want that balanced. You want that reciprocity. You want that equalness in the relationship where you're valued and appreciated as much as you value and appreciate your partner. So laying down these burdens, you're in the outcome now, laying down these burdens and no longer carrying them with you, realizing that, that is over. That's in your past. It's no longer going to affect you. And your heart is full and you are ready and willing to offer this cup of love to this new person that's coming into your life. You've done the work. You've made the decisions. You have you've really grounded yourself. We have the Page of Pentacles that fell out with this set of cards right here, and it's about communicating those needs. It's about having that honest, brutal, and open discussion with your partner after you both have decided that this is something that you really want to grow and nurture and pursue. All right. Now, when we get to your next set of cards, we have the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess. All right. Partner, we have the Queen of Wands and the Magician. And the obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, we have Hanged Man and Seven of Swords. And in your outcome, lovely 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. Okay. Yeah, a lot of water coming up in everybody's readings today. So, High Priestess, yeah, you've thought about it, meditated about it, prayed about it. It's becoming real. It's something that you're focusing on. This person that, we were just talking about how they value you and appreciate you. This is somebody that actually admires you, that's proud of you, that looks up to you, somebody that puts you on a pedestal, that can allow you to be able to be your own autonomous self inside a relationship instead of like constantly being with someone, okay, that is hurtful and deceitful, and you are talked into doing something that maybe you wouldn't do normally, but you're doing it because you're so addicted to that person. You don't want to ever be in that position again. So what you are actually manifesting is a more carefree, loving, supportive, playful, passionate relationship. into your life. All right. Now, obstacles and challenges, fears, anxieties. We've got that 7 of Swords and the Hanged Man, and you are afraid. And we've all been hurt before, but at some point you have to let that go. You need to break these chains that this devil has on you right here. You need to be able to let them go. And you had that High Priestess a minute ago. You have the discernment to be able to cut that mess out of your life and move on. And because if you stay there, you get stuck. If you are so afraid to move forward because you're afraid that everybody's going to hurt you, you're going to miss out on a lot of love. And your final outcome is this 10 of Cups. It is this 3 of Cups here. This is not like a third-party situation going on here. This is about friends and family and celebration and happily ever after, and finding, this is like a big success story here, Virgo, finding that happily ever after, and finally being able to be with that person that is most important to you, and being able to live a happy, joyous life. Okay. All right, Virgo, so that is your love reading for July 24th through the 31st, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I want to tell you guys thank you so much for all of your comments, likes, shares, subscribes, and all of your emails. And I answer every single comment, every single email. I love you guys so much, and you mean so much to me. And feel free to ask me any questions or comment all you want. I'm always here. Okay. Bye-bye. I love you.